After working all day, I head to the bar. My friends are all there, and oh, how witty they are. We talk of the events of the day, until we invariably say, "How dare you treat us this way?" This is the worst beer that I've ever had. The worst beer that I've ever had. It's so abominably bad, it would make a gay man sad. It's the worst beer that I've ever had. I've traveled all over the world. I've sipped a porter in every port of call. I've had Sapporo in Japan, that strange exotic land, served in a chilled bottle or a can. I've had Red Stripe in the Jamaican sun, served alone or with a jug of white rum. I've had the Pilsner Ukrell, brewed in a former communist hell, but this stuff's not fit for a bum. I've imbibed a Newcastle Brown. It's the only way to bear that old town. I've had Foster's down under that would make an elbow chunder and tie his kangaroo down. In Ireland, the Guinness is stout. They say it's the cure for the gout. By the holy dad, are you congenitally mad? This is the worst beer that I've ever had. This is the worst beer that I've ever had. The worst beer that I've ever had. It's so abominably bad, it would make a gay man sad. The worst beer that I've ever had. America's favorite talking drummer, Tony Machine.
Look at that caveman go!
Beer comes in all forms and sorts, six-packs, barrels, and quarts. You've got your Pilsner, your Lager, your hearty old ale. By comparison, this stuff fails. In Milwaukee, I once took the tour. I fancied myself quite the connoisseur, until the tour guide, he said, "I think you're ready for bed." I said, "Good man, I've only had four." Look who's counting.
Ave Maria.
In Texas, the Lone Star is cool. Them cowboys ain't nobody's fools. And they get off of their horse and drink with such force, they eventually fall off of their stools. This is the worst beer that I've ever had. The worst beer that I've ever had. By the holy dad, are you congenitally mad? This is the worst beer that I've ever had. California is sunny and fine,
For sure.
but they're obsessed with domestic white wine. Their denizens, I fear, won't drink enough beer, but I really can't blame them this time. This is the worst beer that I've ever had. The worst beer that I've ever had. It's so abominably bad, it would make a gay man sad. The worst beer that I've ever had. Sing hearty.
The worst beer that I've ever had.
Sing lustily.
The worst beer that I've ever had.
Has the Orwellian prophecy finally come to this? Have they actually got us drinking
Schmitz?
I don't do blue. This is the worst. Unequivocally, irrevocably, indisputably the worst beer that I'll